before we dive more deep into your story, firstly, we need like 20,000 likes on this video. Secondly, I want to ask you one last question before we dive deep into your life here. I Googled your net worth, right?
Okay.
And it says $30 million. How accurate is that? Because let me just say before this, I see a $5 million Bugatti.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe a guy with $30 million won't spend his money on a $5 million Bugatti. Don't make sense. So he's probably got some...
Yeah, you know what's actually... The saying, if you know what you have, you ain't got much, that is completely true.
Yeah.
I don't have a clue how much money I have. When I was broke, I knew exactly how much money I had. I had 117 pounds in the NatWest, and that was it. I'm poor, rent's paid, I ain't got nothing else. When I was broke, I knew exactly how much I had. But now I'm at a point where it gets really difficult to truly measure how much money I have, because you have cash, okay, that's easy. I have some crypto, which is constantly fluctuating. And then you have assets, and the price of the assets is constantly fluctuating. And then I have companies and income streams, which need to be valued. And how do you value them, right? They can be an 8 times multiplier in some circumstances, and others, they'll be a 10 times multiplier.
Yeah.
So it's really difficult for me to put a value on it. If you were to say to me, how much money do I have in the bank? But then even then, because I've got to be careful what I say on this podcast. But even then, once you have a healthy respect for money, once you get past a certain amount of money, you don't need it in the bank. Like there's no point in me having 50M liquid in the bank. Why? What am I going to buy? You know, you're like, as long as you have whatever you have in the bank to run around the world with, you have enough. So you try and put that money to use, right? You buy assets, XYZ. So it's really difficult. I mean, I have my online school, which we'll talk about later, Hustlers University.
Yep.
That's already been valued. That was valued at 300 million.
When did you start Hustlers University?
A year ago.
A year ago.
Yeah, and that's valued at 300 million.
Yeah.
So, but then I ain't going to sell it. So, but then again, I had a valuation between 280 and 340. So again, how much money do I have? I don't know. I could, if I really wanted to, if I wanted to sit here and say I was worth 500 million, I could prove that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you sold up everything?
If I wanted to, I could come up with 500 million probably.
Yeah, I believe that. That's what I'm saying. A guy like that buy another Bugatti. I'm pretty sure I saw a vlog where you're going to buy another Bugatti.
I've already bought a second one.
Is it?
Yeah.
Which one?
I've put another order down for another Chiron. So it's because that's the only one that's out right now. There's a Roadster coming, supposedly. I've heard rumors of.
Yeah.
I've bought a Kernan's Egg as well. I got a Jamera on the way.
Yeah.
I'm talking to Pagani.
I saw that you put it on your story, so I assumed, yeah.